What about all the
Hello, this is on R.
gave
I
you a
like
whole
it.
bunch
It's
of
going.
picks last week.
Yeah, thanks. Oh yeah, I got a whole whack of them, but I like these gray ones.
They have texture.
Yeah, they got a little grip
Oh,
on it.
it's the texture.
Ash, I get a sweaty
Ah,
palm.
we're. Yes.
But these are great to have available, Paul.
Yes, we are streaming.
Streaming live.
We are streaming live on.
There's a video, and then
right.
it's on the tape.
Oh, hello, Holland.
Goodness. Oh, goodness.
Hello, Holland. We're over here in Canada.
She's in the greenhouse.
Yes, it's cold.
Yeah, we have not much of a spring.
The water won't turn.
The tulips are frozen.
Yes. They come up, but then they stop.
They're bulging.
The tulips come up,
They're bulging.
they bulge, and then they stop.
They're bulging. They just stop.
Frost.
It's too cold. It's winter cow.
Well, you Dutch people with your high accents. I mean, what is up with
Oh
this?
yes, I
huh?
am from Friesland. My name is Ipakristra.
I'm from Brabant. I drink and play music. Let's play, boys.
Fuck off. Let's play.
Yeah.
Some sort of malfunction.
Ah, it's a drumstick malfunction.
There it goes.
Drummers need drumsticks, as it turns out.
It's key.
Yeah, it's key.
All right, boys, let's send it. We'll take a little walk to the edge of town, go across the tracks, where the viaducts loom like a bird of doom. It shifts and cracks. Secrets lie in the motor fires, in the humming wires, and man, you know you're never coming back. Past the square, past the bridge, past the mills, past the stacks. Oh, gathering storm comes a time that's a man in a dusty black coat in his red round hand. He'll wrap you in his arms, tell you I've been a good boy. He'll rekindle all of the dreams that it took you a lifetime to destroy. He'll reach deep into that hole in your shrinking soul, but there won't be a single thing that you can do. He's a god, he's a man, he's a ghost, he's a guru. Now whisper in his name, this disappearing land, but hidden in his coat is a red rising hand.
You know, running Canada's only late night talk show out of a pool shed in the middle of nowhere. It's an idea held by very few, but I happen to be one of them. And every once in a while, when you're trying to get this many people, this many talented performers together in one night, just to put together the greatest show in the history of the world,
Damn straight.
just something like that,
Not a
just
big
pulling
deal.
that out of your ass, no big deal. Sometimes the boys, you can start to see it wear on their face. You can start to see their eyes start to get tired. You know, this used to be a fun night out. You know, now it's work all of a sudden. You know, now all of a sudden, you know, I got something to do in the morning. Fuck you, Pete. Why don't you get your act together? We got this show started.
Son of a bitch.
There's lots to talk about, boys. That's why I said tonight, no guest.
Hey.
You know who our guest is tonight? The Nocturnal Emissions. You don't need a better guest than that. Oh, and also our headliner guest, Pete Van Dyke. No big deal.
King of them all.
But there's only one way to start it, fellas.
How's that, Pete?
you're just tuning in, you know what you're listening to. You're listening to Canada's only late night talk show. It's unfortunately true. I'm not even claiming to be good at this point in time. I'm just stating a fact.
We are the only one.
We also are the greatest pool shed to ever come out of a pine grove in Podcast, Ontario.
That's a fact.
I'm pretty sure that's a fact. And we are that way because we have the greatest band in Canadian late night history, the Nocturnal Emissions. This night comprised of the Dream Team, the original cast, if you will. Our band leader, Michael Bow on rhythm and vocals, everyone.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Beside him, that's the man on lead. He's tickling the twines. I like to say tickling. I don't know if that's a term. You ever heard that?
Tickling the twine? It's like scoring a goal.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Well, that's what it feels like when I listen to Steve the Reluctant German play the guitar.
Sniper.
Beside him, where he should be, he's got a microphone, and I'm planning on making him use it tonight. He's the balls of the Nocturnal Emissions. Wissy Wes Hagens is here. And on the drums, tonight on percussion, it's the French tickler, Kev Belanger, everyone. And who is that man with the freshly coiffed haircut? Fresh. Look at the guy. He looks like he's on the keys.
The clopper, right?
That guy looks a little like Rick from Woodstock, but it's not, folks. That's the Rooster Dave Charters. Dave the Rooster Charters is here. And our director tonight, sitting where he should be. The listeners have spoken. They want to see his slits. They want to see his slits every day. There they are.
That's eyes.
That's my brother, Paul Van Dyke. Everyone, let's hear it for him. And we got a guy that's come in. He's made his intentions known that he has his eyes on Paul's old job, the job of bartender. But he didn't want to just check off one box tonight. He checked off the box of shareholder by bringing us a bottle of whiskey. And he's always had the box of superfan. It's Sean Dulsters here, everyone. There you go. That's how you open a show.
We are open.
I am.
That's how you open it.
Open for
You
business.
flounder. You watch Pete with his furrowed brow try to consider technology.
Hide in cable.
Yeah, you see the touching that he makes in the room for everyone, which was really when I did my opener and I was starting to say how maybe you know this used to be fun. This show used to be fun, you know. And then I think the difference is me. And it's because all these fucking boxes that are in front of me.
There's
these
a lot of shit going on over
We have
there,
now
Peter. How many
3
computers do you have over there?
There's 3 computers now, all this stuff, and you know none of them work. The reason I have to have 3 is because each one of them does one thing, because one of them can't do everything yet. Because I'm not smart enough to figure that out, but I will. But maybe if I did that not on Thursday, if I did it like on a Wednesday,
Maybe
or
a
something.
Monday.
A Monday, yeah, Sunday,
Perhaps.
just a
Have all
day
week.
that I don't, and not the day of the show. I think we could pull off a lot more. My brow would be so furrowed, and then I would create such a negative energy
That's
when
right,
you guys
got
come
a
in,
healthy attitude.
right? Now you just came from a Crown and Lion practice, Michael.
Yeah, I
Crown
did.
and Lion with
Yep.
Wes,
Yep.
right? One half of Crown and Lion, right?
Yep. One half. Yep.
You're down there tonight. You know,
Good half, right, Wes?
Do you feel the same? Yes. You know, no, the energy in that room with the Crown and Lion, which is be the high school sweetheart of your musical career,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That would be like your first love, right? The Crown and Lion.
Known her for a long time.
Yeah. Would you consider her your wife?
Yes.
But you're cheating on her with the Nocturnal Emissions.
Am I cheating? Yeah, I guess so.
You have an open
Am I
relationship?
really cheating? Yeah, it's open. They know.
It's an open
I'm
relationship.
not lying about it.
You're not lying about it.
I
So
don't
you're
know
like-
how you would compare it in a relationship.
You're a
Good question.
It's an open relationship, or you're a
It's
swinger.
like a side piece.
You're a swinger.
but it's all good though. Like
mistress.
nobody's angry about
No
it.
one's angry.
Yeah.
You're a band slut.
No, just like a real open. You're just like real cool about your sexuality, like kind of thing.
I like to swing it around.
Yeah, I just like to take whatever comes your way.
Yeah.
Musically, you're talking about, you
I
know,
like having a good
like
time.
a cock in your mouth,
No.
like a
Not that.
musical cock in your mouth.
No, not that.
No,
No.
Like
I wouldn't
musically.
go with cock and
No.
mouth.
Oh no,
as
I was
my-
trying to make it
I thought you'd be
relatable.
like penis
Going for
in
a new market.
vagina or something. I don't know.
I was going for it. I know. Yesterday, I don't know. You know, I like to consider myself open-minded, but I go to
Why is that, Pete?
well, like I try to be open-minded. I want to be open-minded, right? Like I want to know the ways of the world, and I don't want to be like judgmental or like ignorant. You know, I want to try to be one of the good guys. But I go to cities and I see all kinds of people because I perform to people who drink on a Tuesday or Wednesday, right? Who their night that they're going to go boozing is like a Tuesday or Wednesday,
Early
right?
week.
Early week drinkers. They're generally not the most cooperative comedy fans. You know what I mean? So it works. It works to let you meet the most interesting characters in Southern Ontario by doing comedy here. You know what I mean, Charters?
I know what you mean.
Steve knows what I mean.
I sure do.
Steve went out with me on was it Wednesday?
I think so.
No, Tuesday.
Monday, who cares?
Yeah, Tuesday. I gave this is a universal call to the nocturnal emissions. Like
you
a
did.
shout from the mountaintop.
You put it right out there.
Oh yeah.
Bad signal.
What about
full
an hour
display.
before, right? The gig, an hour before the gig. Hey, you know, but I actually just got booked that day because the real headliner got sick, and then I shouldn't probably.
But don't put yourself down.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have got the gig otherwise if that guy didn't get sick.
Hmm.
But I killed it.
Sure did.
Did I, Steve? Because I was just kind of lying because I was trying to make myself look good. But you were actually there watching me.
It's true.
You think I did good?
I think you did great.
Oh,
I
thank
think
you.
it ended with a real bang, though.
Yeah, it was Eduardo. We did Eduardo, right?
Oh, nice.
And it was a hit. We got applause breaks through Eduardo. We were in a weed room, by the way,
Yeah.
which normally you go to a weed room, and for people who don't understand, in Ontario there are places where you can go to smoke marijuana, but not buy it, or you can't drink. I don't even know the rules. I go there to do comedy alone. I walk in. I don't ask what's going on. They're paying me to do a show. I do the show and then I leave. You know, like I don't know what's going on in there, but I know people are smoking marijuana, and I go to these places where people smoke marijuana all the time, and they're great shows usually, but the crowd tends to be a little, you know,
Stoned.
yeah, like wasted out of their mind. Usually, like, so sometimes they're not very responsive, or they don't get things like they normally would get.
Takes them a second.
Takes them a
So
second.
it's
Yeah.
yeah.
You got to change your approach a little bit. Go a little bit like maybe dirtier or like more like blunt. You don't want to get any innuendo. You hit them right in the face with it, right? Cock pussy, you know.
You don't want them thinking too much.
No.
No.
Anyways, this is totally different. Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
This room.
This room, first of all, the Nocturnal Emissions have played there, and it was
Yes.
packed. Like, it was packed.
What? No. When we played there, it wasn't.
It was not packed.
Yeah.
When we played there on
Yeah.
Tuesday,
Yes.
like this
So when
week,
the
it was
Nocturnal
packed.
Emissions went, then the full
Not
Nocturnal not packed at all. There was just other comics there, and there was no audience at all.
Yeah, few people on the couches.
When we went on Tuesday, it was packed, and it was like 80 or 90% women.
What?
Yeah.
In the place, which is also for a comedy show or weed room. I've never seen such a thing.
I'm starting to regret my decision.
Yeah, and then me and Steve think we may have met the actual Haitian dwarf for reals.
Whoa.
For real.
And this
Alive
guy,
and kicking.
he's weirder than I ever expected.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Number one, he speaks French because he's Haitian, right?
Yep.
This guy, we met this guy. He's 3 apples high,
Yep.
like a black gentleman, you know.
Yep.
And he is just walking around the room, you know. He at one point in time, he's not really. Every once in a while, he's muttering things. He's like not really that social. But then one time, he takes 2 fidget spinners in his fingers.
Awesome.
These white
Yeah.
fidget spinners, you know, just puts them in his fingers. Doesn't even spin them. Just starts roboting around the joint. You know, comedy show's going on. This guy's just roboting through the crowd, through the tables. You know, go by the pool table. He wanted to play a game of pool in the middle of the show too, and I said I don't think that's a great idea. And then at the end of the show, right, we're leaving the bar, and Steven sees this possible Haitian dwarf candidate
Yep.
in the smoking area outside, and Steve starts busting his balls. right? Starts saying stuff about, hey, you didn't think I'd play guitar, but I played guitar. And the guy's like, he's thrown, eh? He's thrown,
Yep.
right?
Knocked him right off his robot.
Yeah, he was thrown, right?
Yeah.
Fidget spinners are on the ground.
He
Yeah.
spoke in 3 languages. One was Frenchy. It sounded kind of
Yeah.
Frenchy. The next one was kind of English. The next one was complete gibberish. Like
Absolutely.
tongues. He was speaking in
Spoken
tongues. Like he was out there, man. And then me and Steve have to go to my car, load the guitars back in, and we're going back into the car, and Haitian comes over and kicks over one of those big municipal garbage cans, you know, kicks it over against the chain link fence in Brantford there, and then me and Steve were just like, oh, okay. Like I didn't think much of it. Did you?
I didn't think it was.
Just another night in Brantford,
Yeah,
you know, at that
absolutely.
point in time. Yeah.
Seemed like it.
And then he goes back and does a loop, you know. He goes back and does a loop back to the club, and then then he comes back again, and me and Steve are putting the guitars in this time, and I can feel this whoosh beside my head. It's the man took his coat off and then like whipped it, and it whipped right past my head right into Colburn Street
Right
in
in
Brantford, like a busy traffic. And the car just running over his coat, you know, and then me and Steve just kind of look at each other, right? Like this guy's like throwing his coat at us. I think he's throwing it at Steve because Steve was busting his balls in the thing, and Steve just assumed he hated me.
He lunged towards you and then threw his coat at you.
Oh, I didn't see it.
It went right over your head.
Yeah, see, he was after. So maybe he was after me, right? Like, but either way, I said to Steve, I said, let's get these guitars in the car and get the fuck out of here, you know?
Things got weird quick.
Because things got weird real quick.
Real quick.
Yeah,
Surprise.
Brantford, great show, but you know, you pay the price. You pay the price in Brantford. There's always gonna be some character you don't know about, eh?
They come out with a story at least.
Yeah. Had a nice redhead drunk in Cambridge last night at a show.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, great club. Beautiful club. Kiwi in Cambridge, run by Tig, right? Who gave us some feedback, early feedback.
Oh. Early feedback.
Wasn't
Tig,
ready.
yeah.
Yeah, Tig was nice enough to
How's
book
he
me on
doing?
the show last night with headliner Tyler Shazmo, who did a fantastic job.
Whoa.
Fantastic job. I
Give
can be
the
prouder of
man a
Shaz.
coat.
Yeah, he's great.
Yep.
But I tell you, it wasn't easy for him. He worked for his money last night because the crowd was unruly, especially because of one train wreck drunk. Do you have you know how you have friends? There's some of them can drink and you love drinking with them, and other ones are great guys, but when you drink with them, you're like, oh God.
They transform.
They transform into something you don't enjoy.
Yep.
Like Dave.
They Charters. I love Dave at a certain level of drunkenness, like, but then you get to that point where you don't know, like how you're coming across, but you're having the best
And I
time.
also don't care.
Yeah, you know what the problem? Yeah, I know. You know what the problem is that when we were young, we were both drunk like that all the time, and now I'm not. Like I don't get that drunk
Yeah,
anymore
you've slacked off a bit.
because of Beeve's wedding. Because I got so drunk at Beeve's wedding, I was so embarrassed
did.
to the whole community.
Thank you, Paul.
I almost killed Kelly, sweet Kelly,
You did.
on the dance floor with my
That
moves.
scars you. That scars you.
Oh, you know what? What did she fall on me or did I fall on her?
I believe you almost cracked her skull open. It was not going to be good.
It was I'll tell you, it wasn't good for her, but it was a nice, beautiful soft landing for me.
I think you cupped the back of her head, thank God.
Yes, I cupped the back of her head and the front of her.
Oh,
You son of a bitch. I don't blame you.
No, I didn't do that. I would never touch her like that. But I was drunk, Michael. I don't know what I did. I
You
only
did?
know what
Whoa.
you told me.
I tell you what you did. You knocked it out of the park as an MC, and then you were celebrating. Big deal.
First time I played to 400 people.
Yeah.
It was a big crowd.
Old women loved it.
But I actually got a pretty good reaction, eh?
Yeah, you did.
For the old Belgian Hall. It closed down now.
oh,
Yeah, it's a real shame.
oh.
Sure
She
is.
go.
My
Huh?
last memory of that Belgian Hall is just staring into Michael's eyes across our guitars, just playing a beautiful song.
Holy shit, that is our last memory of
Yeah.
that hall. eh?
It was
What?
really.
What do we
weird.
sing? A little John Legend? Yeah, Paul wanted to
yeah.
shoot us.
Yeah,
All-
we
it was all of me, Michael, and it was all of you that night.
Like, why do you have to sit face to face like that?
Well, if you're going to sing a song like that, you might as well do it all the way.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck.
It was
It was
great.
for inspiration.
Drove me nuts.
It was great, man. Like I couldn't.
The best part of that whole story, sorry for interrupting, Pete,
No,
was
you-
that the gentleman, he's a big part of the show.
Who, Beaver?
Yeah, Beaver.
Yeah.
So he calls me a year. It must have been a year later. He goes, Mike, what was that name of that song that I said, are you fucking kidding me? You made me and Charter sing the the gayest song in the world, and you don't even fucking know the name of it? He's like, oh, my wife is pissed. We're doing a trivia about our wedding songs with my brother and his wife. I said, you can take John Legend and shove it right up your ass. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, he goes, like, this is how much thought they went into it. What do you want? And I don't care, Beef says, like, for a wedding song, I don't give a fuck, right?
Yeah, you know that. You know
I'll
that
just pick the fruitiest song I can find. And then Beef's like, listens to it, and like, oh, it's about love. And yeah, I get these my two friends to sing it to into each other's eyes at
You
my
know the
wedding.
Nocturnal Emissions? Why don't I have them do it?
Yeah, I listened to the show live from the Dutch Hall. You know the two guys from that? Those guys will come in and sing into their eyes the prettiest song I can find. It's
Any
my
song.
wedding. I'll demand anything I want. I'm a super fan, for God's sakes.
Yeah, it
As
works.
And you know
Steve,
what?
you
It works
dodged
like
You
a
know what? It
toilet.
works.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
We deliver.
We're not. It's not like we won't do it again.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, let's say you get a piece of feedback from. Oh, wow. What was it, Steven?
That was feedback.
That was
Yeah.
pedal feedback.
Yeah, that was the literal
Legit.
feedback.
It's crazy.
Let's say one of our super fans. Let's pick Bailey Adcock, right?
Right.
Right. All of a sudden, she decides to tie the knot. She's just she's a boyfriend, right?
Oh, yeah, they're probably getting ready.
Or maybe they will tie the knot.
Time is close.
All of a sudden, they ask Dave and Michael to go up on stage and sing for her wedding. Our super fan. You're gonna have to sing. "Highway Run" by Journey.
What about our other members in our band?
Can we invite
They'll be blowing each other in the back.
In the shadow.
In the shadows, it'll just be like a silhouette of them blowing each other. And he's it's the only, but it's for our fans, Michael. Would you do it?
Of course.
I know Wes
If
and
those
Steve
guys
are
are gonna
in.
do that,
I fucking.
I only have to sing. I don't have to blow anybody. Of course, I'll do it.
Where do I sign?
Only receiving.
For the fans, I do anything.
Yeah. Kev's new. He's just gonna hold the curtain for the first time out. He's never been through it.
Puke bucket.
So we were saying that. Remember when it was early on, and we would come in early, like earlier, and then we would like goof around and play songs. And this is what Steven said. This is what Steven said to me the other day, right? He said, "We remember when we would do that, and we would like, and then we would like sometimes write things." Remember, Mike was talking about the taint to the eye, and then
That's a great one.
we had the butthole song.
Nobody's
and,
bitch.
The fuckholes. Yeah, nobody's bitch. but it hasn't happened.
Whiskey throat? How about whiskey throat?
Whiskey throat.
Classic.
Gravy boat.
Your whiskey. Yeah.
Your whiskey throat's my gravy boat. Hi ho, hi ho.
But there was a song about it though,
Yeah.
right? It was
Yeah.
Yeah,
Something
yeah.
like that, Steven.
Yeah.
whiskey throat. Yeah. Anyway. But anyways, it used to happen. It doesn't happen anymore, right? So Steve says, "Why doesn't that happen?" And I was like, "I don't know." And then I said, "We've all talked about it. Like I've heard it come up a bunch of different times from a bunch of different guys. What happened?
It's like brainstorming.
Yeah, like do we have to like? I got an idea. I got a couple ideas. I'll throw out.
All right, let's hear 'em.
One is if we knew what we were playing. Like this week was awesome because you guys kind of had an idea what you were playing. But even if we had like one practice that has nothing to do with a podcast,
Band practice.
and then
Oh.
we can do like a month's worth of shows, theme songs, and
Oh
then,
yeah, just like put them in a vault.
and then we'll do this one this week, this one this week, and this one this week.
Brilliant.
But
Let's
we
do
wut
that on like a Saturday.
but
or
yeah, but we
Sunday.
just have to figure out a day. Yeah,
Yeah.
even it could be a Saturday, like one Saturday a month.
Like,
or
we're
something
just
like
having
that.
like a private Dutch hall practice. I think that's how we have to approach it.
Yeah, I think it would be better.
Control practice.
Schedule it in.
Closed door.
That's right.
And then we can f around. And I've already made the pitch that when Crown Line like when one of your guys flake out, then we can just do that wherever that practice was going to be. We just can do
Yeah.
this
Easy peasy.
easy peasy, right? And then that would solve
Oh,
that would
someone's
solve a
here.
lot, right? Right.
Yeah, that would work.
And then you know what else? What else did you say?
Like writing bits or just ideas for guests and shows and.
Oh yeah.
Sorry,
yeah.
I'm assuming you're going with this.
Oh, just talking. Like when usually like we don't even talk. Like we don't even talk at all because there's a guest. There's like a 3-ring circus or something, and we've been like taking leaps with our technology, but it's been like a distraction from like just hanging out. Where the show used to just be just us hanging out and playing music and having a good time. And I think the listeners even picked up on that. I don't know, Sean, if you even how long you been listening for? A year?
Since start of season 5.
Season 5? Okay, yeah.
Wow.
Season 5, so like
A newbie.
We have a season 5.
yeah, season 5 fuckers. Yeah, can you say that, George Strombanopoulos? He's the only one that actually can say that. Strombo. How can you say Matt is Strombo? He gave up his whole career for hockey.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Didn't work out. People are too old school still. Don Cherry's still in there.
Well, the Leafs lost tonight, and I blame it on Babcock.
Yeah.
That's all I know,
Fact.
Babcock.
That one's
fell
on
on Babcock.
That's a tough
It falls
one.
on Babcock.
5-1, eh?
Yeah.
Let's forget about that and move on. Let's not talk about it anymore.
Yeah, fuck Babcock.
Just quiet. Let's
I just
move
want to
on.
say Babcock as many times as I can because it's the most fun name to say. It's name a more fun name to say than Babcock. Go. Name 17 names that are more fun to say.
17 names.
They're more fun than
I like Toby Flunderson. That's one of my favorites.
Have you pulled out Toby Flunderson before?
No.
Toby Flunderson, man. That's a good handle.
I
It
can't
takes
take
a real
credit for it.
talent to just. Who else came up with
It's on The Office.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought if you just come. Like, because it's hard to come up with names, like nonsensical names.
Like right away.
Yeah, like I'm writing that. I had this idea for a show, and one of the characters' names I was gonna get Shaz to play him, and his name is Chester Rockefeller, and it took me forever for Chester Rockefeller, and I think I've gone back, but it's not. It's still a Rockefeller. I stole it, kind of right. But to make up a name that's not based on any other name, like Flunderson.
It's great because the guy's like it's the guy that the boss hates, so like he's a real drag. It's the perfect name. I don't know how they thought of it. Same kind of thing we're talking about. That's what we need the brainstorming sessions for.
I don't know if this is true, Dave, but I remember this as a fact in my when I was in grade 8. Charter said to me, because I knew Charters was going to St. John's in Brantford. All my friends were going to Waterford High School, and Charters was not my friend. And but I used to beat him up at recess and vice versa, right? Charters was on the other team, eh? We would. So then all my friends went to one school, and I had to go with those guys. And Charters used to be an asshole to me on the bus every day. Nowadays they'd call that bullying, and they'd wear a T-shirt for me, right? But in those days, I had to just push Charters against the bus and punch him, and then
That's all it took.
and then he stopped. Yeah, then we became friends. So, do you remember? I remember I was worried about going to St. John's, so I asked Charters about St. John's. He goes, "You know what? My brother goes there. He told me there's a guy in school there. His name's Les Deutsch." Do you remember that?
Less Deutsch.
He told me his name was Les Deutsch. Do you remember saying that to me?
Yeah, I have like a vague recollection. Now that you say it.
He goes, his name's Les Deutsch. Have you ever heard a name like Les Deutsch?
No.
He kept saying
It's like
Les
two
Deutsch.
different things put together.
I was like, that's a great name. It stuck with me all these years. I still remember Les Deutsch.
Isn't that funny?
It's a funny name. Do you think Les? You mean a guy
It's a
named
funny
Les
name.
Deutsch? Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check the yearbook now and look for less.
I think we have to look up Les Deutsch.
Yeah.
Maybe he's a fan.
I wonder if it's Leslie Deutsch.
Oh, Lester.
Lester Deutsch.
Lester Deutsch. I might change that character's name to Lester Deutsch.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, Lester Deutsch. That's Jazz's new character, Lester Deutsch.
See, this is how it happens, though. We got to talk it through.
That's what I mean. One person can't make a good show because it's going to be just my show and it's boring and no one likes it. And sometimes, guests will come in and you guys are interested in them and you're engaged with them, right? And it's a better show, right? Because we're just all talking in the room because we're all just a bunch of dudes drinking and talking in a room. And then other weeks it's like a zoo, with the comedians and stuff.
Yep.
And we have gotten some feedback that's been consistent. And the comedians, we have to thin them out as a core. As what I've been compiling different people's words and getting a universal. The universal theme is that we need less of them. you know. Like if we have them on, just one, you know,
Yeah.
that you can talk, that you can actually have. But when you get a zoo of them and they're just like, you can't control them, it's probably not. No one likes it.
You don't have a chance to talk.
No one does.
No
yeah,
one does.
But you guys can't even be interested in what they're talking about, or create
Or
similarities, or bring it into like the nice part about getting somebody from a different line of work or whatever is that they.
They tell their story.
Yeah, that they would tell their story, and then you would be able to say like, oh, that's like what I do, or that's interesting to me because of these reasons, or
Right.
and the fact that everyone in the room gets to hear it, and we're all interested in it. It's cool. Like,
Not even everybody in the room, but everybody listening.
yeah, everyone at home too.
'Cause
Yeah,
they're doing the same thing.
yeah, right.
Right?
That's kind of the idea of it. And then, but when it's like when you can't talk to them,
Right.
then it's harder. Then it's, you guys sit back and wait for your time to play the theme song.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a
when they
boring
just
night.
That's
skip
right.
ahead.
Yeah. And that's what I wonder about too. Is like when maybe we got too much shit going on that, like I don't know. We have fans of our show who like just us talking.
Sure.
They like the fact that that we know about what's like little side stories about the show because it's been something they've been following like a soap opera over time, you know.
Yeah.
But because I'm surprised because people I'll meet and they'll know more about our shows than I do because I don't really listen back to very many of them, right? And then and they know things that I don't remember saying because I say a lot of shit. And then so it's kind of funny that way. But I think maybe I don't know. Maybe what do you think? Once a month to have like a or
Session.
a session show like where it's just the crew.
Well,
And
yeah,
then-
yeah, I think the people that listen all the time, they it's kind of like you said, it's an inside thing. Like I listen to other shows, and you get all the little nuances if you pay attention every week.
Yeah.
If you're just like fly by night listener, you're gonna miss that. But the ones that listen every week, they really appreciate that stuff.
Yeah. Like
So yeah, I touch base whenever. I think Steve had a good idea just to have a night like
Steve had a good idea.
yeah.
I-
Bingo.
Yay.
He can't play his own theme.
I had our remember our Yves Van Dyke episode? That very first Yves Van Dyke episode where Yves Van Dyke made his first appearance. That episode did fucking horribly. Like it was like the ratings of that show was like we had all these shows that were doing pretty good. Yves Van Dyke, no one,
Ruined it.
no one
Our
at
cousin?
What?
he was brutal. And then, like over time, then people started like, and the people who liked that show loved that show, right?
Right.
And then over time, then people started to get on board with Eves, but there's still people that hate Eves.
I don't know why.
They're like, why do you guys keep doing that?
All he likes is smoke, and he tells the
Yeah.
odd story.
Those people haven't found him on
You
Tinder
don't?
yet.
That's right.
Oh, you ever
Still
see
on
his
Tinder.
nice bulge? You see Eve's nice bulge, Dave?
You want to swipe right on that one?
Hey, Charles, I got a question for you.
What is it?
What should I do now? It's like, how do I know what time it is on this thing?
It's time for a question.
Is it 10? No, it's like 10 minutes in the show. Okay, so I can either like address my issue with you, or do feedback. We got feedback.
Address the issue.
Yeah, let's go with the issue.
Okay, we're gonna address the issue.
I'm ready.
That was good. I like that. That was very democratic. See, we're doing this team,
That's right.
and then Kevin, I'm gonna tell you right now. You go and do your business, and when you come back, we got business with you as well.
Oh,
no.
I'm gonna tell you.
Kevin's business.
Kevin's business. He's gonna touch his pee-pee. But David, my problem with you, David and I, we went to the Van Dyke Cousins hockey tournament, representing Van Dyke Party Services. Dave was not allowed to wear a jacket or whatever because he's obviously just married a cousin. He's not true blood.
That's right.
Lucky to be in.
But you,
Count my blessings every day, Michael.
me and you made a pact.
You should.
We said we're going to Atlanta to the Shaky Knees Festival,
Yeah.
right? So we said we run the Canada's only late night talk show. So we're going to go, me and you, and we're going to get a press pass, and we're not going to have to pay for tickets, right?
Yes.
And we're going to do cool shit, right? Because we're going to go down. That's what we do. So I put a whole package together, attach your name to it. Mistake from the start. My opinion, mistake from the start. But we put it in. They said they would give us until the end of April or something to get back to us. No. It's going to take them both 3 minutes to get back to us. No, right? Was the answer.
Hard no.
Hard
Wow.
no. See you
Damn.
next year, maybe.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And
That was it, eh? Like, no explanation, just no.
yeah. But does that deter me in charters? No. We're still going. We made a pact at that tournament.
100% we said. I think we said 100% we're going.
100%. So we're going. We got our flights booked. We're going down. We booked a hotel. We're going down.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Fuck the big wigs.
Atlanta, Georgia. We're bringing our equipment. We're going to still do our stuff. We're probably going to get better footage because we're not allowed to do stuff in the press room. And now we're not in the press room, so fuck you.
It'll be way
Be
better.
with the real
You know what
people.
we are? We're on assignment.
Yeah, we're on assignment. And we're going to do we're
You know,
going
you
to
should make us some lanyards.
yeah.
Oh,
Well, we have
Dutch Hall
people that'll
lanyards.
help us make good Dutch Hall lanyards, which is
VIP,
VIP. Brings us up to this point in our in my beef with charters.
Oh.
So we booked this trip to Atlanta. Okay,
He bicked
Bicked it.
we booked it. We booked it,
I'm back there. Back there big time. Back the trip.
and we booked it right
Fuck
up.
yeah, bud.
Fucking booked it.
Fucking Beck.
Fucking back there.
Booked it right up your ass. So we, anyways, we're going on this trip, and we booked a hotel. Charters booked it.
Hotel's Beck.
He fucking booked it.
She's fucking back.
She booked the hotel. So then, charters. So we're all. I think we're ready to go.
All
We're
bucked
ready to
up.
go. Then all of a sudden, charters sends me a text. Says, "Hey, got a better deal on a new place, CNN building. Right? Is that what you said?
Oh, it's a beautiful spot.
Beautiful spot. at
Omni.
CNN.
Omni Hotel.
Yeah, and don't tell them where we're staying. You know where.
Sorry, guys.
And then
I think there's only one in the CNN building there. But
Back
you
there.
gave away too much already. Anyway, so Charters says, "Yeah, I guess we got the Barbie Mansion girls are coming, and they got us this hotel."
Whoa.
Yeah. Can you? And so like this is what I get as a text.
I thought I
right?
was doing a real good thing.
Now I like the Barbie Mansion girls. I've been very clear of their support of us over the years. The Barbie Mansion girls have always been great fans of our show, but that's the point, Dave. They're fans of our show. They're our age group to bang. You know, like you know what I mean. Like they're within our like realm of girls that would actually bang us. For real. And they're fans of our show, so like even you would stand a chance. You know?
It's achievable.
I'm still waiting for the beef.
I got a family, Dave. You're married to my cousin. You're putting me in like the crocodile's mouth, you know? With a chicken in my hand.
I think
It's hard.
the key word that you used in that whole thing was friends. They're friends of the show, right? They're just nice friends.
Yeah. That's one thing. No, that's one part of it. The other part is we have wives that we say, hey, we're gonna go on 2 girls that are in our fuck range, and we're gonna stay like
From Tennessee, not a
Yeah,
big
Well, that's
deal.
not how I'm explaining
we're
it
gonna
to
go
my
to a
wife.
rock show with them, and it's not gonna be like I wouldn't want to go with you because you're my wife and everything. And I'd rather go with these other girls from Tennessee who fucking I'm not married to and don't spend all my time with. I'm gonna spend like 3 days at the show with them, and then we're gonna go to the hotel at night and just kind of lounge out. They got the room next to us, so it'll be fine.
Connecting doors.
No big deal, you know. And your wife's gonna say, like, your wife's gonna be fine. And then you know what? I already told my wife. She's still fucking fine with it.
Of
right?
course.
Why? What does your wife know about this?
I invited my wife. She didn't want to go.
I know that, but what does she know about the other girls? What does she know about the other girls?
She's met them, right? She met him at Bush
No,
Stock.
does she know that they're going
they
to
were
be
at
on
Bush
the
Stock?
trip with you?
Not yet.
Yes.
Yeah, they were at Bush Stock.
They were at
Really?
Bush- These two right here.
Which
Oh,
one?
yeah.
Not the last one, the first one.
Oh,
Yeah, a
okay.
couple
Yeah.
of years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
16.
Yeah, you
You
would
were
have
still
noticed they
there.
had a giant
Yeah,
Barbie
you're still
mansion magnet on the side of their rental van.
Yeah, they can
That
get
they
us the
brought with them.
lanyards. They can probably make us the lanyards.
Oh,
Sure they
nice.
could.
yeah,
got
which I'm
connections.
I'm excited
They got
about.
connections, lanyard connections, and hotel connections.
To be honest, it's gonna be super
And
fun.
Wild Wing connection.
Saving us like
I bet you I'll get some Wild Wings. I love
that's
it.
right.
But what I don't want to get is divorced. That's a big
Well,
thing.
you know what? We'll put that on our goal list for the weekend. No divorce. We'll put it on the list.
Dutch Hall board. No divorce.
Yeah, no divorces in 2018.
It's a
Let's
no
do it.
divorce year.
Yeah.
Where do I sign?
It's hard because I'm a drinker. Oh man.
We're gonna have a great time. Those girls are fun.
Well, if our wives are cool with this, it says one of two things about us, Dave. It says either one, our wives love and trust us. Long shot at best. Or two, they find us both unfuckable. Which I
they
think
know
is,
we have zero chance.
yeah, zero chance of actually being able to turn. I know I'd fuck it up, eh? I would be like just about to do something, and then I would like shit my pants or something like that. Like it would just, my body would just be like, no.
Oops, I crapped the bed.
There's no way I get a boner. I'd overthink it too much. You know what I mean?
You'd have to call home.
Yeah. I hope these girls are listening to this.
This episode.
These are girls.
They're gonna
these are
cancel
girls
their
who,
room.
Yeah, they can't have sex with you.
Just to be clear, these are girls who have shown no intention
Not at all.
sexually with either Charters or myself. They have just been nice to about our show and been kind enough to come visit us and have given us gifts and all this stuff. They've never been inappropriate in any sort of way.
Nope.
And they've always been nice to our wives and respectful and all this stuff. And here they are probably listening to our program in Tennessee right now. And me and Charters are now taking their acts of kindness, spinning it into
A web.
somehow that
Sex web.
we're gonna somehow have sex with them, or there's the opportunity exists, and they're like, there's never an opportunity.
Yeah, what?
Charters, have you seen Charters? I saw him at the Bush Talk a couple years ago with his shirt off.
It blinded me.
Yeah, it was the whitest thing
Why
I've
is
ever
he so
seen.
white?
He's so white.
He's got red hair on his love handles and his back.
Angel wings.
Yeah, it's like red wings on his back.
Thought it was a tattoo.
That is a great tattoo. I would get a tattoo of Charters with angel wings on my back.
hair wings.
Kneeling.
Like
Red
Charters,
hair wings.
Charters as Cupid with a mustache. Wearing a diaper. I was thinking, Charters, that we were talking about doing the Dutch Hall, what's it called, telethon?
Oh, yeah.
And we're gonna do that, and we had to raise different things. I got a new thing we can do that'll raise a lot of money,
What is
right? If we can raise, I'm gonna say $300.
Whoa. That's a lot.
David Charters will get a tattoo
From Aaron Allen.
of Live from the Dutch Hall on his face.
Whoa.
Yes, $300. That's all you have to raise from the listeners. Open up the phone lines.
Wow.
All right,
Good.
we'll make it hot, Dave. What do you got to do? Sign up?
Where on my face?
Anywhere.
I pick the spot.
You can pick the spot, yeah, because it's. Yeah, I understand that you got a job and everything, but anywhere on your face that. Oh shit! I'm so.
That totally would work good.
That
You
totally would
really
work
messed
good.
it up there, didn't you?
I'll throw in that 300.
And it's done.
But I'm thinking like
Mark the
13,
time.
13, 15, 13, 15, 13.
Oh, that's too funny. Face tattoo.
Man, that's like 5 years, man.
Yeah.
5 years
It was a
of
good
not
run.
doing
Good run.
Good run.
Good run.
Yeah, 5 years
Swing
of not
and
doing
a
that.
miss.
Oh
There
my
you go.
god! I'm really apologize to the people out there. I just cost my friend his job. We're gonna cut that out of the show. No, no
Yeah,
problems.
That one might have to go.
We'll just
Uh,
rewind.
Do we have one of
YouTube.
those Men in Black flashers that we can do to the YouTube audience? On the
Luckily,
camera?
hey, luckily for you, Dave, the YouTube audience is actually pretty small. I'm pretty sure it's just Willie, and then
It's just like that
Hi,
after show
Willie.
thing when we went on for an hour and nobody cared.
yeah. Except for my dad, who's
Except
like,
for Will.
Hi, Willie.
he just had it on the background, and he comes out about 4 hours later, and he's like, Peter, you're getting yourself in big trouble there.
Tossing a salad.
Gonna have to give you a phone call so you don't go to jail. That's my dad. So let's do a segment we call feedback. We got feedback.
Whoa. We got feedback. It's feedback. Motherfucking feedback.
Motherfucking.
Feedback. Welcome to Feedback. We got feedback, everyone. This week's segment is brought to you by our friends at Amazon. If you'd like to go to our website, livefromthedutchhall.com, click on our Amazon banners. And if you can't see them, it's because your ad blocker's on. Shut it off. We already figured that out. And then you do your shopping, and then that money will come in to help the show. And we need to buy shit because I still can't figure out how all this stuff works.
Need
So
more
we still need
computers.
more shit, I think. I don't even get it. And then, you know what else? I'm going to go Yarmy Electric.
Sure.
I'm going to go right off the hop.
Why wouldn't you?
Number one, I don't think I really said it properly. When they came into my home, this was a professional crew. These were good guys. Paul, would you agree?
Yeah, it was excellent.
Excellent top drawer all the way. Nothing but the greatest things to say about your Army Electric, which is why, where's that coming from? Which is
It's an
why
eagle.
he is so, the eagle landed.
Wow.
Because that's how good Derek Yarmy is.
That's right.
Every time you talk about his greatness, an eagle will land on the Dutch Hall.
Wasn't that a hawk?
A
Or
hawk,
like a
yeah.
crow?
Yeah.
God, it's crow.
It was
I
a
don't
girl.
think that was an eagle.
Some majestic
I like
bird.
to call
Eagle
a
sounds
crow.
better.
I don't like to say crow. I like to call them black eagles. So, but yeah, Yarmy Electric, they did a great job, and that's why they're so busy. So, if you don't mind, people, if you got an electrical issue, keep it to yourself. Leave Derek Yarmy alone. He's got other things to do. They're more.
someone else.
Yeah, call a person that gives a fuck about your problems because it's not Derek.
He's probably a pear-shaped loser.
You know what Derek likes to do sometimes? Just sit down and scratch his balls. He hasn't done that since 2014.
Yeah,
he
because the
just-
phone hasn't stopped fucking ringing.
That's right.
Yeah. Last time he did it, he lost. He ended up his phone smelled like his balls for the next 6 months.
And he only had 5 minutes.
Yeah, he only had 5 minutes, and he had a video footage he couldn't get off there of just his like nutsack being scratched. And he's like, how does this fucking Android work? I'm not used to it. You know. Anyways, that's an old story, eh?
Mm-hmm.
The Army Electric, if we don't get it right the first time, we'll get it right the second time. If we don't get it right the second time,
You can go fuck yourself.
yeah, brought to you by Clean Flow.
Leave him
Yes.
alone.
Best sponsor ever.
Best sponsor ever. You know what? Sometimes, I don't know if there's a lot of teachers listening to this show. I doubt it. But if there's, but if there are, you know what teachers like to do? They got to get PA days once in a while.
Get
and,
all
like all the
boozed up.
time, eh? And then when they have their PA day the day before it, they know that they're just going to be in some meetings that they're not going to care about because it's just going to make them be better to teach their kids. But they don't care. They like just go and hung over and mail it in.
They
They're
tip-
just the future of our country.
Yeah. Tip a few back, why don't you, the night before?
Why don't we go across the road at Pine Grove? And go have tip some back with our teacher
It's a
friends.
bit of a block party.
Yeah, that party's lame as shit over there. Let's tell you right now. You know what you got to do there, ladies? Running your teacher party across the road from my house at Pine Grove. I know one of you over there, Jen.
Whoa.
Big Red.
Oh.
Over here's a lot more fun than over there. You want to know why? We got between 5 and 29 Van Dyke first cousins in this room right now.
Pert near 5.
We got pretty near 5. 1 second cousin even.
Close enough.
But and you can have it too. All it's going to cost you is $100 of cold hard cash, plus all of our expenses, which will be dear. And we'll send you Van Dyke Party Services. And we'll come in bright yellow jackets, and you're going to have the time of your life, guaranteed. And if you're not 100% satisfied, we're going to return that $100. But those expenses have run through our buddies and potentially yours. Van Dyke Party Services,
Don't live your life in regret.
also brought to you by Clean Flow, our primary sponsor, and the best sponsor ever.
Ever.
And Charles just disrespected them time after time.
Yeah, we heard you were caught in a
How did you
lube,
slide?
lube NATO?
Lube NATO.
Lube NATO last
It
week.
happens.
Yeah. You're going around like Homer Simpson.
Once in a while, the little nozzle comes off the end of the can. There's lube everywhere.
I'll tell you something about Charles. He does not skimp on lube. He will not skimp on lube. As long as I've known Charters, he will not skimp on lube.
Fair.
Charters, I'll say a lot of things about you. But that's one thing I will never say about you is that you skimp on lube. Is that it for sponsors? We got one more. We got them all?
Norpac.
Norp.
The beef.
Ah,
Oh, nice.
Oh!
both parts of it.
Fucking nailed it.
I'm supposed to say Norpac.
The beef people.
Oh, even when I threw it in, like you wouldn't even know.
You know what my friend Matthew from Norpac,
The beef people.
he needs a break this week. People, just give that guy a break. He had a hard weekend last weekend at the 6-pack
Oh, did he
in Langton Town.
lose?
Yeah, double time. He had a double time loss. Give the guy a break. He's heartbroken and tired.
He gave it all he had.
Yep.
It wasn't enough.
But you know what? He's got nice beef. That's Norpac.
The beef people.
Well, there's a lot of
Michael, how
commercials.
did you do on six pack?
We won.
Oh, champions?
Oh.
Not a big deal. I
Oh,
don't like
play
to
a
talk about
champion
it
song
too
for
much.
Michael.
I don't like to talk about it too much.
Ding, ding,
You won it. That's
My friends. Oh, I almost did it wrong. I don't know
Yeah,
what I
let's
was
not talk
singing.
about it.
What was I
That
going?
was all right. That worked.
You were the
Nice job,
champion.
Michael. Did you hoist the cup?
I did not. Unfortunately, I was with my sweet taking care of her. I missed the
Pussy
finals.
Whipped.
You hoisted something else.
What are you talking about? You're in the finals.
Yep.
You go there with your team.
Yep.
You reach for the top. You grab the brass ring. You become champions of Langton.
I grabbed no ring.
You're like the tallest Belgian in town, right?
Racing pigeons, yeah.
Yeah, you're the fastest pigeon racer. And all of a sudden, you don't celebrate with your teammates.
No, I didn't even go to the game.
What? You didn't go to the championship game?
Nope.
Why not?
Glory.
Huh?
They didn't need you,
Yeah,
obviously.
obviously.
no wonder you didn't want to talk about it.
That's why. I didn't really want to talk about it.
You were spare. You
I
weren't
was
even-
spare. I
you
was
weren't-
spare.
You weren't even an integral part of the team.
Nope. Still winner, though.
Oh, yeah, you still get a ring.
Yeah, you get a ring.
Oh, yeah.
You're like that guy from the Edmonton Oilers that
Who, Craig McTavish?
no, not Craig McTavish.
Wayne Gretzky.
No,
Not-
I
not
think
Wayne.
no,
Steve.
no, not Wayne Gretzky.
Not the most important player.
His name was Charlie, I think, wasn't it?
Charlie Huddy?
He was a towel boy.
Come on.
He was mentally challenged. Do you remember that guy from the '80s? Do you remember that guy from the '80s? Do you want me to bring him up? A picture of him?
No, I don't.
You remember Charles when the Edmonton Oilers were in the dynasty and they had that one mentally challenged stick boy?
I don't remember. I should. Like when they made the drive for 5?
Yeah.
You know what the funny part is, though? Every single hockey team
He ran out
has
on the.
one of them.
Do they really?
Every team I've ever been on has a kid or
A mentally
guy.
challenged.
Well, not necessarily just somebody a
with
little
issues.
different that is like that's their life.
Yeah. Every team, I think.
Every team
in the world.
in the world, I think. has that.
Yeah, because I don't know why. I just people they just latch on and then they end up being great, passionate employees,
Yeah,
and they bet
usually
you'll do
work-
it for nothing.
exactly. They work real hard for the team because they love it.
Yeah. You know, I was going through the McDonald's drive-through one day, and I remember the drive-through was slow as fuck, and I had things to do, and I was going through the drive-through, and then this lady, turns out the lady that took your payment, all she's got to do is take your payment, right?
Right.
She's inefficient. That's the problem. That's what's holding up the line, right? So she gets to me. She gives me. I'm just going to do tap.
Was this
With-
in Delhi?
No, it's in Simcoe. I'm going to do tap.
There's no McDonald's in
There's no
Simcoe.
Mc-
Or,
there's no
Delhi,
McDonald's-
sorry.
McDonald's in Delhi. All they got's a KFC, Dave.
For some reason, when you started talking about inefficient service, I just thought of Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons in Delhi. The
Tim Hortons in
worst
Delhi's
Tim
the worst.
Hortons ever.
Anyway, sorry,
That's
to railroad
agreed.
your story.
It's true. Yeah, but those it's the same thing. This is this one woman because McDonald's in Simcoe is not too bad usually, but this one woman was having a bad day, and she gives me my thing to tap with my card to pay,
Right.
and then she fucks off, and so I tap it and I'm done in like 1 second, and then I just chuck it back in the fucking hole, right? And then she comes back and she's like all pissed off. You didn't have to chuck it back in the hole. You didn't have to chuck it back in the hole. She's mad, eh? And then she closes the fucking window on me, and she just sits there steaming for a while, right? No, I didn't throw it. I placed it on the thing and then just kind of flinged it with my fingers so it would get inside so it wouldn't fall outside, right? And then I do that every time I go to a fucking drive-thru. I don't know. It's not like I was angry or nothing. Like I just did it because I do that all the time. But this girl didn't like it, and she held up the line for a while about it, And I'm thinking, like this bitch, she's obviously fucked, right? But
So sensitive.
One less listener.
Shit, there goes McDonald's.
no. But in a way, like I kind of appreciate her spirit, like because like at least she does not happy to be working there. Like, if you're like enjoying your day at McDonald's, I'm looking at you almost like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know, you work at a horrible place. You shouldn't be happy about it at all, right? Like, I'm loving it. Hey, so
Did you spit in your fillet of fish?
no, I just gotta. I think I got McGriddle. A bit of hangover.
Oh, breakfast.
Oh, McGriddle.
McGriddle for a hangover works.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the nice. I like the nice. How they somehow made the pancake taste like maple syrup without maple syrup in it.
How do they do that?
It's McDonald's.
You got a nice whole egg in there now, too, eh? No more folded egg.
Yeah, no more folded egg. No, they never had folded egg at McDonald's.
Oh, yeah. On the McGriddle?
Oh, on the
Goddamn right.
yeah, on the McGriddle. You're right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that folded egg was bullshit.
Yeah.
That's what they have at Tim Hortons too. That folded egg can go
Garbage.
fuck itself. Like I will not
What's it
eat
made
the
out
folded
of?
egg.
Powder? What is
Yeah.
that made of?
How do you Tim Hortons serve breakfast sandwiches when you don't have a fucking stove? Fuck you guys, man. Seriously, Tim Hortons. I don't give a shit. You're not even Canadian, you fuckers, and you make me feel guilty because I'm not drinking your shit. Coffee. Because you're owned by fucking Belgians or something. I don't know what you are. Brazilians, right?
I don't even know.
Shaved asses. Right, Charters? That's what you say about them, right?
You know what they are doing?
Okay,
right
I'll do
now,
a quick rundown of nationalities, and you tell me your prejudice against them.
though? 0.
Quick, go. Zimbabweans. What?
No, not prejudice.
Say a positive stereotype for everything I say.
I can't.
What do you
I
mean?
don't see stereotypes.
It's
Doesn't
hard.
see in those
Can you do it,
colors.
Mike?
Of what?
Can you do a positive stereotype? If I say something, will you say a positive stereotype of them?
Try it out.
Okay, so like, can you give me a positive stereotype of black people?
Good at basketball.
Very good. Can you give me a positive stereotype of gay people?
Good at
Energetic. Energetic.
Very good. Can you give me a positive stereotype of the Asians?
I was gonna
Let's
go
go
right.
Chinese. Let's go Chinese.
Not scared to be surrounded by a bunch of other people.
Very good. Can you give me a positive stereotype about the French?
Good wine.
Oh, okay.
Which French? Parisiens or Quebecois?
I was talking about like France. France. French.
Parisiens.
Yeah. Not Parisians. That's from Paris. You
Prairie.
understand? Paris?
From France? Francois?
Yeah.
French.
So you know, but like the Quebecois. Give me a Quebecois positive stereotype.
Good at drinking beer.
Oh, very nice.
Great,
Warm face.
great strippers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they do have great
That too.
strippers too.
See, you can do it.
Invented
Dave.
poutine.
Oh yeah, excellent poutine.
Okay, a positive stereotype about the Germans.
Efficient.
Oh, you give it to them. You have to give it to them.
They're very efficient.
But evil
Yeah, but efficient.
cancels out efficiency, as far as I'm concerned.
Yes.
What Dulster? What's Dulster?
Belgium.
Mm.
Oh, you son of a
Pigeon
bitch.
racing.
A buffalo moved into the Dutch Hall.
Excellent.
Snuck
at
right
racing
in the
pigeons.
back door.
Yep.
The old split hoof.
Oh yeah.
You know, the goddamn Belgians, you know, they're right across the border. You see them over there with the fuckholes,
Oh,
having a
yeah.
great time, you know, racing pigeons, riding their bicycles.
Nice neighbors, really.
Yeah, they are good neighbors. You can't really give them. We go over there, have some chocolate once in a while, a little beer.
Good beer.
Can't complain. Fuck their ladies, etc.
Well, see you later.
So you see what I mean, Charters?
Yeah, it's not
Michael
so
lives
bad.
a free life, like a free man.
Yeah, that's pretty
He's
good.
a farmer. He can say whatever he wants.
I
Give me
like
a
that game.
And that's a positive stereotype. Nothing bad about anyone. Let me tell you something about give me something about the Muslims.
Positive.
Yeah.
They love Allah.
Yeah, that's true. Good mustaches.
I don't know 'em. Yeah, good, nice beards. I guess. Kind
Yeah.
of.
They know how to stay.
Yeah, it's
they
weird.
know how to stay cool in hot weather.
They're women.
yeah,
Women.
they're
Are you
women.
talking about the women because they cover their face? How do you know their beards are still thick? Is it because the puffiness of the?
I was talking
sheet?
about another beard.
According to our former guest, he says that the women keep their stuff shaved
Oh, really?
in the Muslim faith,
Full shave.
Yeah, I don't know.
and the men too. Like to give themselves a nice
really?
little trim. I don't
Shave
should
just armpits, full bush.
shaved. No,
The armpits are full bush.
armpits are hairy, but crotches. No, they said armpits and crotch. I think. All right,
Maybe.
Nice.
wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah,
I
we-
can ask him.
Yeah, you go ask him, Steve.
You might
We'll
have
get
to have
back
him
to us.
back in to clarify.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
haven't
that's
had
right.
Adam in a while.
Oh,
we
I
should have him
love
back in.
Adam.
I got a lot of more
I'd like to
Muslim
talk a little
questions.
football with Adam.
Yeah. What are we coming into? World Cup this year.
Yeah, let's not talk about that either.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a World
Skip
Cup
it
show
over.
though.
Oh,
We're gonna
yeah,
have to do a
we
World
are.
Cup show
We
this
are
year.
due.
And then you
We
know what
can't
I'm
be
gonna do?
biased.
I learned a lot on the last one. That's for sure.
You know what we're gonna do
I'll do it.
this year. We have to do. We have to invite in a goddamn Italian. Because
They didn't make it either.
No, they didn't make it either. And we'll get some Dutch people in. And then
Heartbreak.
and
You know who made it? The Belgians. They're in.
Oh goddamn Belgians, eh?
Fucking Belgians.
You got that guy with the big afro?
Yeah.
Still?
Yeah. Fellaini. Merwin Fellaini. They got two guys with afros.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Belgian afros. Eh?
Axel Witsel is the one guy's name. There's a name. Axel Witsel.
I was in
That's a Belgium name.
Axel. Axel's not a bad name, eh?
No, it's pretty sweet actually.
Yeah, you can't grow up being an Axel and being like a pussy, right? And also, are you allowed to say pussy, or is that offensive? Because you said gay earlier, you know, like the song was gay, and you had to say I'm sorry because you didn't want to offend anyone. And
Yeah.
then you're like, but we still need a word for it, you know? We still need something to replace it.
Soft.
Can you say pussy? Can you say like pussy? Can you say you're being a pussy? Or like, can you say like, can you say fruity? or
You
like
can say it. I don't know. I'm not gonna get mad.
like
at
I
you.
mean, I understand the word being offensive, like the terms, like when we associate it with the gay people, that it's offensive. But then, like, give us a. Can we have another? Can we have another word?
Did I do that?
Yeah, you did, bud.
Chutters, I think we gotta go with this. Let's start it into a segment. We're gonna just use this segment. This segment is where we talk to our listeners.
Hello there.
And you know, Laura Collins, she said to us this week, she said, Paul, God damn it, show your eyes, my friend. Your eyes are beautiful and they need to be seen by the general public. Hey, you were in the dark. You were in the darks for so long. What happened to that? Is it still working?
It's still working over here. So.
I don't know. My computer is
Oh no.
not
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, it's because my battery died.
Yep. It'll happen. Paul still got it under control.
I don't know. So no one can see us. Fuck them anyway.
Yep.
What are we doing? Feedback?
I don't know. You just made up a new theme song, Dave.
I have no idea what happened there.
I don't even know. I was
That's
going to say earlier, Ty Wright said to us last night at the show in Cambridge, he said, don't suck tonight. Don't suck. Is what he said.
It's good
He
advice.
said, that's my feedback. Don't suck. I don't want to hear the show suck anymore. So we had to do that. And then, you know what? I want to get through this and we'll get back to our other stuff. So we're just going to go right to Cheese Lady. We're going to right to Cheese Lady. Let's check with her.
Yeah, well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Chicken on the cheese lady, on the cheese lady, chicken on the cheese lady, always have fun. Chicken on the cheese lady, on the cheese lady, chicken on the cheese lady, always on the run. Chicken on the cheese lady, on the cheese lady, chicken on the cheese lady, always having fun. Chicken on the cheese lady, on the cheese lady, chicken on the cheese lady, snowshoes make me come. Yep.
Well, unfortunately, if the Cheese Lady's watching on the the video, she's not seeing anything. But Cheese Lady is it's Teresa for the Second Mouse in Delhi, and every week she goes on Podbean and she gives us some feedback. And this week is no exception. This week she says, you know what, late listening, but you boys are ruining my peanut butter sandwiches.
Whoa.
Oh.
Too much talk of the of Dave's dog, Jervis, his appetite.
Looking and
Her
loving
appetite.
and loving and
Her
looking.
appetite. I'm sorry, her appetite. I didn't want to question Dave's sexuality at all, but her appetite for cleaning up Dave's mess of peanut butter in his bum. Anyways, she said trivia night was awesome. Our team's name was the French Toast Mafia, and we were packing heat.
Whoa.
So it may be a good thing I didn't see you, Pete. It means she was gonna. Does that mean she was gonna shoot me?
She meant business.
She meant business. I didn't even know we packed heat in trivia. Well, you go to a trivia contest in Delhi, you better fucking pack heat. That's what I always was, raised to believe. But but those were the old days. I thought Delhi had changed, but She said, P.S. I'm not vertically challenged, cuddle size, so I decline the offer of Asian dwarf substitute. LOL. Because we said she was kind of like the new Haitian dwarf because the Haitian dwarf we've missed.
Oh.
And now we know why, because Steve and I may have actually met him. He has gone insane.
He does not like us.
Yeah, and he doesn't like us anymore. He started throwing his coat at me.
He needs a new coat.
Yeah, that he was really so small. Like seriously, Steve, had he like wanted to have an altercation with me, like I would have.
We could have won.
I think I would have
Would have
won.
been awesome. I would have won. I would have gotten in my first fight, and I would have kicked his ass.
But he was also probably on bath salts, which means he could eat you still. Even if you would beat him up, he would
Sure
be
enough.
like eating your face or something. Like it was a.
I'll get you.
Oh, get me. Bath salts are not fun, man. They are not fun.
Weird, wild stuff.
Oh,
Weird stuff.
weird stuff.
Weird stuff.
Is that it for feedback then? We got her done. We did all of our commercials. We're done. All right, now tonight's guest. They are the greatest band in Canadian late night history.
Fuck yeah.
Yep.
They have been here for, I don't know,
5 seasons.
5 seasons. Yeah, in certain forms. In
Yeah,
5 seasons. They've
absolutely.
grown in what you see today. Ladies and gentlemen, the Nocturnal Emissions. Let's hear it for them. Hey.
Hey.
That's our new audio logo.
Which one? That's what you've written for music in the last year.
Yeah.
You know, you used to be the man that writes the music for the show, Dave.
It's the new instrument.
Yeah. But now,
Figured it out.
who wrote the Cheese Lady?
I don't know.
Michael?
Michael did.
I did the lyrics, I think.
Yeah. Who wrote Eduardo? Steven.
Steven.
So-
I don't know if he wrote it.
I wrote the lyrics. And the chorus was written by Rick Charters. Just so
Right.
you know.
It's true.
That's true, right?
Chord progression.
The 2-chord percussion, yeah. You know but we got, how many applause breaks did we get, honestly? They kept thinking it was over, though. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
And then they kept applauding because they thought it was done. And then we kept going. And they were like, okay, we'll wait again. And they applauded again.
I spaced out at one point altogether.
Oh, yeah. I was looking at Steve because it was the part where you do the second chorus, you know, where he cries out in the Nido. And then all of a sudden, Steve, and then I'm waiting for it to go ding, 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 ding for the last chorus.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Right. Oh. But I was waiting for him to go back into Eduardo.
Yeah, but he thought, but it was one short.
Miscommunication.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
It got a
Remember-
laugh though.
Yeah, it was like a laugh because of Steve's shame.
I was like, I'll own that one. I heard laughter.
Yeah, it was good. You know, I think screwing up's more fun,
Sure.
especially with that song. And we started to get the people from the crowd to play the slap rattle and stuff.
Oh, yeah. It's
And
always
it-
good when you get the crowd into it.
And the crowd gets yeah, it's a little bit more involved because you can laugh at how they fuck up the slap rattle because it's actually harder than it looks.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So one lady gave me a hug after she did it. She liked it so much, eh? But she was
Really?
throwing it in where she shouldn't have put it.
Ooh, that's what she said.
That's what she said. Indeed. It means bum.
Thanks for clearing that up. What about the nocturnal emissions, though?
Yeah, get back to us.
It's malfunctioning.
We should book a
Sorry.
we should book a gig.
What was I in trouble for earlier? Said Kevin.
Oh, I didn't want you. I thought you were going to take a piss, and then when you came back, I was going to say, like, Kevin's new.
No.
And no one really knows him, right? We've never been properly introduced to the listening audience.
right.
Kevin Belanger,
little background.
the French
There you go.
tickler. And, you know, I think that it's about time we did it. So we have to find out about Kevin Belanger. Now,
Let's do
Kev,
it.
you've been here. You were here representing 3/4 of Red Party Pirates, right? You were on that show.
Yep.
With Ben and Braden, right?
Braden Newcomen?
Yes.
And then, was that the only show you were on before?
Yeah, that was my first show.
That was your
That
first
was
show?
My very first show.
And then you started coming and helping us out, and then you just never left.
Yeah.
Right.
Love it. Love it here.
It just you got hooked,
Sucked
right?
him in.
And it happens, right? It happened to you, Wes.
Yes, it did.
And then it just kind of gets you after a while. The Dutch Hall does something to people.
It does.
And what do you think it is, though? Because, you know, as much as we talk about it wasn't like it used to be, it's still not bad. You know what I mean? Like, it's still, we're going to...
Transitional period.
Yeah. Because we still get to go to a shed every week and drink beer and jam with people and have like have generally a good time, right?
Yeah.
There's still positives to it, but you can't go home once you. But you how do you explain it to people? They ask me what the fucking
What's going
like
on in there?
what is the show about, and I'm like, I don't know.
Freedom.
Yeah.
I like how every week I see Kevin. He's bringing like one more thing with him. Like he started out just bringing the hi hat.
Yeah.
Or no, the like the ride cymbal.
Yep.
And then are those your hi hats?
No.
Not your hi hats. But
Original.
today he's got a
Floor tom.
floor tom comes in.
Oh, you know.
Well, that's what I mean. It starts
making it
it
sound
starts
better and
rattling
better.
around in your head where you
Toys.
actually start thinking about the show and through the week,
How
and
can
then
you make this better?
yeah.
Right.
Floor tom.
It's passion.
Yeah, because and it really is the case. Like when we started the show, it was just me, and then I would have a guest, like someone I can convince to come in.
Like Dave.
Yeah, but even that, the Dave at the first one or whatever, you're just kind of like hijacking them and making them sit there and react to what you say.
Yeah.
But
You caught me off guard on that.
when you guys started coming in, like when you started playing more for real, like when you did the theme songs live when you were in, and then when Mike started playing them in your place, and then you guys played them together, and Mike wrote feedback too, just so you know.
Did I?
No, I wrote feedback.
Oh, you wrote that. Yeah, you wrote that.
That
But
was
he
the
did
show
that-
at my house. It was a birthday show at my house. I don't
Adrian.
know.
40th birthday.
40th birthday. It was like in the first 10 shows, or I don't know how many it was. It
was
wasn't too
early.
many. And
I think you
you
did.
said, "Can you play something for feedback?" And it just came out. I don't even
Oh yeah, all he did was the
the high feedback.
high feedback. Yeah.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
I did.
Go back and listen. It's a real gem.
Yeah, it's a real gem.
What you can do is look through the catalog.
Why wouldn't you?
It's a fucking thing.
It was somebody's birthday, wasn't it? Your birthday, Charters.
Yeah, 40th birthday.
40th B-Day.
Yeah, we got pretty drunk.
Just a pop. Just
Ah,
a pop.
can't believe it's been 4 years.
Is that how long? Yeah, because even Wes went. I want to talk about Wes too.
Yep.
Wes,
He's got a mic tonight.
He does.
Wes, you have a mic. Wes, I'm invited to a party at Wes's house. And I'm excited about it. Or I don't want to stay at your house. I'm not gonna. I don't know where it is actually. I didn't read the invite.
It's at my house.
Is that your house?
Yeah.
Okay, I just read the title. The title is what enticed me. I'm like, I'm there. I'm gonna find it wherever it is. It's the best. It's a divorce party, right?
Yep.
And it said, what was it? What was the tagline?
End of an error.
End of an error.
Oh,
I thought for that reason alone, there's no way I'm missing this party. It's gonna be a great time, you know. And they say, I don't know whose joke it is, but they say no one's ever been unhappily divorced. You know, like you're surprised I don't hear more people having divorce parties. You know.
I haven't stopped smiling since the papers came in.
Yeah.
That's a great feeling.
It just feels like that part of your life is behind you now, right?
Yep.
Like it must be just such a weight off your shoulders, right?
Yeah, and the separation happened like a couple years ago, but finally, the divorce is final. So
So yeah.
to close that door, I think it deserves a party.
Damn straight, man. Yeah. Damn straight. Jack White had a divorce party with his wife. Yeah, and they were both there. Is your wife going to yours?
Fuck no.
Any evidence of her at all at the party? Like, are you burning a statue of her in effigy or something like that? Is that?
No, if I had a copy of the marriage certificate, I'd probably burn it, but there'll be no evidence of her.
Can we watch the wedding night video?
I don't think there is a video.
Oh, damn it! Who doesn't take their wedding night, man? It's like that's why you hire Shaz. He's a gentle pervert. He's gonna sit in the back of the room. He's not gonna make a sound.
Capture it all.
He captures it all. They do great work. Thanks, Shaz. Anyways, fuck. If I did everything right for this stupid show except for like actually remember to plug my computer in, and it just dies on you. Fucking idiot, man. So, anyways, Facebook.
batteries.
Let's go to World News. Can we do a World News gig?
Sure.
Do it.
We don't have one ready for it.
I thought it was no. It's like weird facts. It's just weird facts.
right,
It's the
let's do
same
that.
song as weird facts. And then it
That's
says,
world news.
World news.
World news.
Yeah, that's all it was. The same thing.
That's awesome.
Did Charles write that too?
I don't know.
Yeah.
The world news. That's why we have to reconnect.
How do you
That's right.
Disconnect for
Write
sure.
some shit.
how do you know this thing's working?
We don't. We're flying blind.
Oh man.
Cross your fingers.
Anyways,
Hoping for the best.
Hey.
Facebook. That's
Kev's coming to check.
it's the- but how do you know what time it is? Is that 22 minutes?
This is smooth like butter.
Which one?
This is Pete's head. I'd like to shoot myself.
That's
Technology is a real cocksucker.
You're nailing it.
Some days
Also, just catches up. All
I don't think
right.
about this.
It's like the wind-up monkey.
When do we start this fucking show?
Oh, here we go.
Sometime Thursday evening.
10:30.
I just don't know how long. I just have no fucking
10:45.
clue. All my shit is gone. I don't know how long this show is, and I'm like messed up. I do want to talk about Zuckerberg. Hey, you guys.
Ooh, alien-like.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He's been like testifying in front of
Ooh.
like Congress, U.S. Congress.
Senator.
Yeah. And they invite this
What a
like he's
weirdo.
obviously like not right, eh? Like this guy, like he says, brain works in a way that's not understandable to most people. He's like on the spectrum of some sort. Would you agree, Dave?
He's got to be, yeah.
Yeah.
How many
like-
billions of dollars did he lose? And like a lot, right?
Yeah. Who cares though? That's all just nonsense, right? Like.
But that's got to be part of what's messing with his head, right? When you get that much money and like, I don't know, you just do whatever you want all the time. You don't care about anyone else, what they're saying, what they think of you.
Yeah, you know what I think? I think that he's just like in order to invent something and write all the code and all the shit, like I know he had him and his people are like they understand this stuff like computer shit in like a way that like only geniuses understand it, right? And then they have to go in front of Congress where there's a bunch of politicians, like old men, right? And even the ones that were experts are like just talking about how like they used to deal with data like back when it was like fucking they had to load it on a truck, you know? And they don't know what the fuck's going on. And like these are like the smartest people in the world dealing with Facebook. And they have to like combat the Russians who are hiring their smartest people. Mike fell down. I still don't know how much time this is.
Mark Zuckerberg versus the Russians.
Yeah, Russians, man. And those Russians are fucking smart too, and those politicians are dumb. And you gotta say, understand, like the only way you can explain it is say like we don't know, man. We're trying our hardest, but these guys are smart too, and then we have to wait till they fuck us over, and then we have to figure out how to unfuck ourselves over, and that's how it works forever and ever. Amen. We just gave them a good weapon to use against us, right?
Yep.
But they're gonna like try to use it. If you put this thing out there, where it's like we have all these idiots giving all their personal information over, and all the stuff they like and don't like over, and
Surprise.
we can access it and then make it suit our purposes. Like fuck, what do you expect? And you give people everything.
But did you get hit? Were you personally affected by the data leak?
I don't know.
No.
Who knows?
I'm
I don't
There is
care.
a way to find out.
I checked.
Yeah, I
I am
don't-
not.
I don't care because I don't want to know. I don't care. So someone's
no
got a
difference.
picture of like what, like our anniversary show. Okay,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
I
who
don't
cares?
care.
You know, I
Yeah.
think China. I think
China,
China, not the wrestler, but the country, is using all that data in their own country, like not Facebook, but to make like a score, They score you as a person, like whether you're a good person, and then companies can use that score to like hire you, or people see what your score is based on all your activity that they know about, internet activity, and they
Yeah.
collect all the data and they like brand you with you try and get your score better, you know.
See what kind of person you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, if that was real and I knew I could manipulate my score, I would just ruin it. I would try to ruin it. I would try to get the lowest score ever. Because like fuck, I don't want any of that. That's crazy shit, man.
I think it's happening.
I don't like how they listen to you and they send you stuff that you don't know why you're getting sent it, because you just like mention it to your wife in passing and all of a sudden you're getting a fucking ad about it.
Yeah.
Like that stuff's crazy. I think they're going too far. It makes me crazy. Sean, we haven't talked to you the whole show. Super fan.
That's all right.
But this is your first experience. You came in the Dutch Hall. You listened to the program.
Yes.
Now you have to give your review. What do you think? Can we ask you for your feedback? Live feedback. Is this what you expected from listening to the program, and then you come into the room? Is it what's different? What's the same?
Nothing different. It's
It's
enjoyable. It's great.
What do you like about the show? Like, what makes it? We don't know why people like it. That's why we were always curious,
Live
right?
feedback.
People just say it, but we don't know what really is good about it. I don't think this one's good.
Tonight
probably
it's
would've
technically
thought-
not flawless.
You probably would have thought Pete would be better with
In general, though. In general.
Yeah, the computer work is
Who cares about
bar
that?
none.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck our computers.
What's the thing that keeps you listening, though?
Oh.
Mostly the dead air.
Hey, it's back
Yeah,
up.
mostly the dead air.
That air?
All right, that's fucking good. Like I say, one more thing. We talked about what else do we got to talk about? Charters, you got anything else? You want to do anything for Clean Flow?
No.
What was it?
No.
You got
Not at
anything
all.
to talk about in your family life?
Zero. Family
Nothing?
life.
What's been sticking in your ass? You got a burr up your ass, Charters? We need something to close the show.
A plug?
Anything we got to close the show? We got you got anything coming up? You
Bruise
got
up my ass. I'm
You know
excited
what?
for a trip to Atlanta. It's gonna be great.
Woo.
I got no burrs right now.
Teresa's doesn't listen to the show, right?
No, not usually. Not ever.
Yeah, and now you've never told her about the girls in Atlanta.
Not yet. Soon though.
Yeah,
Just waiting for the right time.
When
you agree, right, Mike? You agree that's stupid as shit, right?
Yeah, you got to tell.
Yeah, you got to tell right away.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Absolutely.
You're
What do you mean, absolutely?
You're digging
You
your
did
own
this
grave.
whole. You made
Well,
this.
what's right away? It's relative. Like
No,
it's like
right
a
away.
month away or whatever. Is it 2 weeks away? I don't
No,
know.
not
3
right.
weeks?
Right away is before you agree to share a hotel
We're
with
not
them.
sharing a hotel. We're sharing
they
the,
staying
the
in the same
hotel, the fucking 100-story hotel we're sharing, yes,
Yeah.
along with 1,000 other people.
Yeah, 1,000 other people we don't know, and 2 people in the same building that we do know, except
I think you're
that are
overthinking
the
it.
opposite sex, and etc. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff is something you talk about with your wife before you agree. That's immediately. Would you agree with that, Jane? You're my wife.
I know.
What did I
she's
tell
gonna
you?
be
I
fine
told
with
you
it.
as soon
Dave
as
doesn't seem
Charles
worried.
made the stupid
I'm not
idea,
worried
I'm
at
like,
all.
Charles is trying to get me divorced. Look at this right here. What does he think of me? I'm only man. I'm only flesh and blood. What happens if I, all of a sudden, have a moment of weakness?
I'll be there to watch out for you.
Jesus Christ, that's the scariest thing I've ever heard. You have never been there for me in my life. This is my best friend. Not one time have I got myself in trouble and Charles got me out of trouble. Never once. Can you need to name one time?
No, not really.
One time.
No, never.
No times.
He's a fucking prick, man, that guy. Anyways, no, I think we'll make it okay. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. You know, this show probably wasn't your most favorite. But we
don't
try.
care.
We try our best. If you'd like to tell our friends, next one we promise will be better. Who's in Diesel Dogs next week?
Yeah, it's gonna be
Diesel
awesome.
Dogs are next week. It's gonna be a great show. And other than that, we will see you NT. Are we gonna do like a jam out?
Yeah.
Jam out the same
Are
song.
we doing
out.
the theme song?
We'll do the second. We'll do the second 2 verses. And for everyone who listens, thank you very much. We couldn't have done this without you. We love all you guys that give us support. Till next week. See you NT. See you next Thursday.
Well, you don't have no money, get you some. You don't have no car, hell, get you one. You don't have no self-respect, you feel like an insect. Don't you worry about is a guru. You'll want a microscopic cog in his catastrophic plan, designed and directed by his red pride. Hey! The nocturnal emissions, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
Yep.
I have to get your guitar fixed again.